Hello.
Hello, Diva Queens.
Hi, Diva Queens.
Live and direct from this evening.
Evening. We went from being the morning show to now the late show.
We had a little intermission.
We did accidentally, but sometimes when our schedule just doesn't work, it really just does not work for us.
Yeah.
So sorry for the delay, but we're back. We were never going to leave you guys, but we're working girls.
Yes.
So
honestly, back to back. I feel like, do you know that backstage fashion interview with one of these like top models? I forgot who it was, but they're like, how's the week been? And she's like, well, yesterday Fendi, today Gucci.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I did Puma, Speedo, GQ. And then I did something, Bose right before Puma. So I did Bose, Puma, Speedo, and GQ all within a month.
Yeah.
And so I have been running around like a maniac.
Yes.
Finishing late nights, early mornings, all of that good stuff. But obviously booked and busy, super stressed, pero super blessed.
Exactly. This is what we want in this world.
Yes.
And then it's hard to coordinate our schedules. But now we're here.
Because Drea's been a pregnant working lady.
Oh, yeah. I just started feeling that.
She's officially very pregnant, guys.
Yeah, he's here. The boy.
If
you're watching on video.
has arrived.
He has arrived. 7 months hit hard. I was like not showing at all. And then it literally was like 1 week to the next. Like when people are saying like, oh, you're going to pop. I'm like, yeah. It'll happen like gradually, right? Like, no, it literally felt like one day to the next. I'm
really?
Like,
you woke up for the gym and you were like, oh.
Yeah,
hello
exactly. There. Like my coworkers see me all the time and now they'll be like, oh my God, you actually like look pregnant now. Because when you see someone every day, you don't notice the subtle changes, but they're like, oh no, now she's
now we
pregnant.
see it. Yeah.
So,
what else is popping? You had your little baby moon.
I had my baby moon. We came to a compromise because my husband doesn't want to travel internationally right now, which I understand in this current climate, not wanting to leave the U.S. Because my baby needs his father here.
Yes, very important.
And he's a citizen, but whatever. We won't even get into it.
But you never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Just never know.
And then too, the more I thought about it, because you have to be careful, eating raw vegetables or fruits when you travel internationally and drinking water and all that stuff. So I just to me, it wasn't even worth having to be careful about having to brush my teeth. If we went to DR or something, having to use bottled water or something. Cause I just think that would be miserable to have a stomach bug while you're pregnant. So we went to,
St. Petersburg.
Not you remembering it. I can't. Pregnancy brain is real. Oh my God. We went to St. Petersburg. We stayed in the Don Caesar Hotel. Such a beautiful, historic property in St. Petersburg. The beaches there are really beautiful. It's super scenic. If you were going to go anywhere for a beach chill vacation, I would recommend the west coast of Florida. And
I love a good West Coast trip to Florida. Also, what's really nice is being able to watch the sunset on the water.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you have to wake up for the sunrise.
Yes.
And I never been to the Don Caesar.
Don Caesar.
Don Cesar. But I've always seen it. I've always seen friends go there. I've seen people post photos of it. It's that really beautiful pink resort. It's very pretty pink with white sandy beaches.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The property's huge. The service was amazing. Everyone that worked there, the whole staff was amazing, and the restaurants were good.
I'm glad to hear that because sometimes it's it's historic and it's beautiful, but everything else about it sucks.
Yeah, and it's dumpy on the inside.
Yeah.
St. Petersburg was hit really hard with a hurricane last year. Mm-hmm. So the part a section of the hotel is under renovation. Typically they would have 2 pools, but one is under renovation. But honestly, it didn't bother us. So I had read some reviews that people were complaining and I almost didn't book it, but I'm glad I ended up booking it because it was like worth it.
It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys had a little relaxing moment.
I know that feels like so long ago, which is so funny because I guess I haven't seen you in that long.
Yeah, it's been a good month.
Yeah,
probably.
I think so. Wow, a month.
Yeah,
changed so much. And then what else? Anything else?
I always forget what I do.
I know I do stuff, and it's like, is that even interesting?
Nothing really. Oh, I got my mom tickets to see Ruben Blades on Thursday in Miami for both my parents. I'm like, Happy Mother's Day and Father's Day.
Are they this coming Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh,
literally
were they so excited?
On Thursday. Yeah, my mom was like, oh my God, because my parents are salseros, so they love a good salsa moment.
Oh, that will be good for them. I have to get my mom's probably going to listen to this. I need to get my mom something, but my mom's coming this weekend, which is like the weekend after Mother's Day for my baby shower. So I can like give her something physically when she's here.
Yeah.
I already have it. If you're listening to this, mommy.
You already have the gift.
Exactly.
The gift is you.
Being around me, her favorite child.
Have you eaten at any new restaurants or any new cute Miami moments?
I
haven't.
I had not like a Miami moment, but I had a pupusa for the first time.
Oh,
so good.
I don't know if I like pupusas.
Really?
I don't know. I feel like maybe I tried it a long time ago and I was like,
I was really like resistant to it. It wouldn't have normally been something, but I've been like,
I think it's the texture. It has like stuff in it. No?
It's like masa. It's kind of like an arepa, but like stuffed with cheese, and it has like meat on the inside too. I in the past would never really eat it because it has cheese like in it. But since being pregnant, I'm a more fun eater. Because I'm like, whatever, like, what's it matter anyways? And then it comes with like, I guess it probably depends like what country you get it from, because they're from like El Salvador or Honduras. And I don't know, there's a place by me. I don't know what their affiliation is.
Yeah, like what Central American country are you representing? Which is rare because I feel like you walk into most of those and the flags are all over the place.
Yeah. And no, it's unclear because they also serve like birria, which is like Mexican.
Yeah.
But the salsa that comes with it is really good. And then the like repollo that comes with it is really good, which is like cabbage slaw. But 10 out of 10. Like,
I love a good baleada. Have you ever had baleadas?
No.
They're Honduran. I had a Honduran boyfriend.
Oh, you did?
Growing up, yeah. And so I was put on to a lot of Honduran things. And baleadas are something that I used to, like, you could get them for $5. Like, literally carne asada, refried beans, and cheese. And then you put, like, this, like, hot sauce. It's like a pickled onion sauce inside. Oh, that hits. And then you can get the super baleada, which is with egg.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's like protein, but it's with like one of those fat tortillas. Yeah. So it's like also very carby.
Yeah, very carby. I've been very carby in my pregnancy. So my ex is Nika. So I like Nika food, and I think like pupusa bumped that, like fritanga, like it bumped it down.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so you're pupusa.
It's pupusa time over here. I'm pupusing. And then and another ethnic food moment. My husband, there's like chimi, which is like Dominican street food. There's like a
chimi truck.
Yeah, chimney truck. There's one right by our house. And then randomly he's like, I want Dominican food. He was craving it. My husband's Dominican. And I was like, okay, like let's try this because it's at the gas station we always go to. So we finally try it. So I like order chimichurri. So if you're not aware, it's not the same thing in DR as it is for everywhere else. Yeah. It's not sauce. It's like their burger, I guess.
I don't even know how to explain it. It's like it's a sandwich.
It's a sandwich. Yeah. Like not a burger. It's like a sandwich because you can get different like meat in it. I got it with chicken. Dominican food is just like inherently sweet for no reason.
You think so?
There's like a sweetness to it. Like, I don't know.
Maybe they use sweet plantains and everything.
Yeah, it has like a green tomato, cabbage. I don't even know. And then they like fry the chicken, and then there's like ketchup. I don't know. There's just something sweet about it. Dominican people are gonna come for me.
You were not. It was not.
No,
not
and then
hitting for you.
They do that other thing. My brain. It's like a little wheat ball. I don't even know. It's like a fried thing, kiwi or something. I don't know.
I'm not Dominican by association.
Yeah, it's like
I guess
not
literally only. Well, I have a couple Dominican friends, but not like super close.
No, and it's not like that. That wouldn't be like the number one thing you order from like a Dominican place. Like if anything, like if a Dominican person was like gonna put you on a
what
Dominican
is it our
food,
equivalent to, our Colombian equivalent to, like a
the thing. I don't know. There's like not.
Is it like a?
Because it's made of like wheat. It's like a darker. It's wheat. It has like a.
It's not like a pan de bono or something.
No,
or like a pan de yuca.
It's like grainy. It's weird. I didn't like it. I didn't like it, but I don't know. Maybe because I'm Colombian, I think like our food
is the best.
Yeah, our food's the best. I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry. Like Colombian food slaps because it's not like overly trying to beat anything. It's not like, I don't know. It's just like
is what it is.
Yeah.
It just Colombian food just is what it is. There's that forever battle of like where the arepa came from, that Venezuelans think that the arepa is theirs.
Yeah. Do you like when the arepa's stuffed?
I do. I don't like a plain. I don't love like just a plain arepa.
Yeah.
I'm not like that. I also love arepa de choclo. Like corn arepa instead of flour arepa.
Yeah. For me, growing up, we would have arepas like more as like for breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's more of a breakfast thing.
So I didn't really have it stuffed until I was like older. Because like that it wasn't also kind of was
a newish thing.
It's kind of like a newy thing.
Like you would put carne with your arepa, but you wouldn't like put it
inside of it.
You wouldn't put it inside.
Yeah.
You would just put it like on top, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So
or
like
grab the carne with the arepa and eat it together. But I feel like these new age Colombian restaurants, like they are like stuffing it. But I think also it comes from maybe it doesn't come from, but it's inspired as well. The Venezuelan cachapa also has like
cachapa is like fine, but it's also like it's such like a flavor to me because it's just like corn and cheese and it's like okay,
yeah,
it's like a tequeño. Like I'm like okay,
yeah, I like it. I think tequeños are like cheese sticks. They're like mozzarella sticks, but they have like a different kind of.
It's like a dough on the outside.
A different dough. I like cheese sticks in general.
Yeah, and
I love a good like sauce. So for a tequeño with some little sauce on it, for me it hits.
Okay. Yeah, but it does need a sauce.
It needs a sauce.
Yeah, you can't just be like
eat it by itself.
Raw dogging.
It's like I'm not raw dogging a mozzarella stick.
True.
I need the marinara.
Yeah. Oh, we went to Chili's and we tried the triple dipper. Oh my God, such a foodie.
Wow.
We tried the Nashville hot, I think. No, was it Nashville hot or the hot honey? One of those. Wow. Really good. Honestly, really good. But
I haven't been to Chili's in a minute.
Jesus.
I feel like I've been holding on to a Chili's gift card for like 10 years.
You should go.
Just in case I go.
Well, find it. You should go.
Yeah.
Because they've really figured out their stuff. They're
I always felt like they weren't terrible.
No, they've always been good. Their prices are good.
Chili's 2-for-1s. I used to go and get lit.
Yeah, they do crazy drinks. They do crazy fun drinks, triple dipper. They figured out the whole thing with that. Their chips are like so thin and crispy.
They're molten cake.
Oh.
For dessert. That's my
like
favorite
a lava cake?
molten cake. Like that one is good.
You should go.
I'm gonna go maybe even if it's just for dessert.
Yeah, but that's like real big back business over there.
Yeah. I think Chili's is still in Bayside.
Probably. That probably is like popping there.
Yeah, Chili's is still in Bayside, so I could just walk my little big back over there.
Big back, big back, big back, big
At least you're going to get some cardio, get some steps in before you show up there. I got like, for the entree, I got like chicken tenders. I'm like, that seems light. But anyways, I guess we've been eating.
Yeah.
That's that.
Shall we get into it?
Let's do it. We have a couple things on the docket today, but it's kind of
It's a little
mildly loose.
It's a little bit loosey-goosey.
Yeah, why not? Today is May 12th and opening statements for the Diddy trial happened today. So they finalized the jury and the jury alternates, which actually happened faster than I thought it was going to be because that happened last week.
I was hearing some speculation about how some kind of like racism going on within the jury.
Oh, that came out today that I think the defense team was saying that there wasn't enough black people. They felt like black representation on the jury.
Yeah.
But the judge struck that. So,
okay.
Which means they just like are moving forward
with who they've chose.
What they have.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if it even matters about who's there because he's such a famous person.
Figure, yeah.
I don't know what the deal is. I mean, if you read the comments on the Shade Room, there's literally two sides, and that's the people that really support him, and then that's the people that are like not for him at all, which is a little scary that people are supporting him. The first thing I saw this morning, and I texted Lina right away because it literally made me like physically ill when I got the TMZ alert. During the opening statements, the prosecutors are alleging that like in testimony, it will show that Diddy had like male sex workers urinate in Cassie's mouth. So that was the first thing I read. And then immediately I'm on Instagram and I see
the photo.
Well, the Shade Room posted, oh, Diddy's mom and all his children arrived for the trial. And all I can think about is the fact that his children have to get subjected to all this, which is photographs, there's videos, and then there's testimony. And to me, it's really transparent. Diddy only has them there to try to paint himself in this light as like a family guy.
Family member.
So yeah, like optically, he's doing whatever he can to look the best he can, and there's no photography or video allowed in the courtroom. So this big discourse that's been going on TikTok is the court sketches and how people are describing him. They say he looks like a fuzzy koala because he can't dye his hair.
I saw that.
That's great. And that his teeth are super yellow.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. The court sketch artists, every single one has been like depicting his teeth as very yellow.
That's so strange.
I know. And they were like, can veneers yellow? And they're like, yeah, they can.
Huh.
Yeah. But
I mean, well, because, yeah, he's been now locked up for how long?
I mean, it's been at least 6+ months.
6 months, right?
Yeah. The court sketches from today, I noticed his hair looked a little more black. So I don't know if they allowed him to color his hair or anything, or if he had access to dye like in prison. Is that considered prison what he's in now, or jail? Jail, right? Yeah. So maybe someone got him
immediately jail.
Yeah. What do they call that? The barber, they call it
Beijing.
Beijing. Maybe someone got him some Beijing.
I don't know. I was watching this girl talk about how the defense and his attorneys are talking about how Cassie chose to stay in a relationship and chose to end it when she did, and went into the arms of another man, and the man was the trainer. that Diddy had hired. So they're trying to paint her in a lesser light.
Yeah, I saw a couple things. They were saying in general, it was a toxic relationship where it was abusive from both ends. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing was
well, did she sexually assault him?
Yeah, and it's also there's a power dynamic regardless because he was more wealthy, more established, more famous, all the things. that it's like that power dynamic was off. And then the second thing I saw was then they were trying the defense was saying, well, this is more of a case of domestic violence. So that should be like what he's being penalized for. So what is it? Like, was she a victim of domestic violence, or she could have left at any time and she didn't?
Right. Yeah.
Because those two are like our mixed messages.
Pick one.
Yeah, pick one. Exactly. But there's 2 other victims that are testifying and they're anonymous.
Jane Doe's.
Yeah, Jane, and there's like a John Doe.
Oh.
Because one's a man.
Oh, I was reading something about the fact that like witness number 4 or something like that is like they can't find him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Or their attorney. Like them or their attorney couldn't be found.
Ew.
So like, did you get bought out?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Spooky ooky. There's a YouTuber I follow. If you like listening, she has a podcast too. It's called like Rotten Mangoes. If you like listening to like true crime kind of things, or she goes over like kind of dark history stuff, I would recommend listening to Rotten Mangoes. But she's in the courtroom right now. She's been like during jury selection and she's going to be there for the trial as like press. And she was saying there was a moment when Diddy came in and the people in the press, like the people in the gallery, they noticed that he turned around and he made eye contact
with all of them
individually.
Oof.
And people were like, girl, he's trying to remember your face. Like, you need to be careful. Because he still has connections to the outside. Like, the prosecution already said that. Like, he didn't do this alone. He had the help of a lot of other powerful people and, like, bodyguards and people he paid off. So I'm like, ooh, I would not want to be, like, messing around with that. Even just, like, with a morbid curiosity.
Okay. Well, we will see how all of that transpires.
Yeah, we'll be updating.
They said they don't expect it to pass like 3 or 4 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be a few weeks. I guess it just depends. They'd have a lot of evidence to present. And then that will be interesting if he will get up on the stand and testify, because he doesn't. That's his right to not.
I wanted to ask you, because I'm not sure, but maybe you know. Okay, the fact that Cassie may have already received some kind of like compensation from Diddy, does that affect whatever's happening legally in the courts, or is it because it was like a civil case versus like this is like a federal case?
Yeah, I know that there's like a stipulation with NDAs that like if a law was broken, it like null and voids an NDA. I don't know if that applies in any way. But to be honest, I believe like she could have not cooperated with the prosecution, but she made the choice to do it. So she could have just taken her settlement and been done with the whole situation, but she made the decision to help the prosecution because she really does want like justice for the victims. So I don't think it necessarily affects her settlement at all.
Okay.
She just wasn't obligated to do it. So I just feel terrible for her because she's really pregnant right now.
Oh, is she?
She's super, super pregnant. So like even just like the thought of like having to like go through that anxiety and face him and all that stuff and then discuss those things, like,
and just the energy is terrible.
I don't know. It's really hard. It's crazy to look at her and think like for all those years we were like looking at someone that was going through something so dark, like right in front of us. And now she has to like recount it when she like, you're very delicate when you're pregnant, like depending on the person, but like your emotions can be all over the place too. And then like it's actually like a thing, but like you can feel like this immense sense of like guilt about stuff. So it's like, I can't imagine, like unrelated, you can feel guilt about things when you're pregnant. Like I just think it's like a hormone thing. So I can't imagine like if she has those feelings right now too. So I just hope it is like
might go into labor.
Yeah. And like then not to mention like they're gonna cross-examine her, which is like then the defense team's gonna like be super nasty to her probably too, which is like, yeah, so stressful. Actually, speaking of court cases, Taylor Swift was actually officially subpoenaed to testify in the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni.
I saw that. I saw that.
So that's an update over
there.
Why?
What does she have to do with it? I have no idea about that. So I know you've been in the depths of
Yeah, I get fed all this stuff. It's like not anything I even try to engage with, but then I get fed things through my algorithms. So at one point, and I'm not even deep into the lore of the whole thing, because to me, I'm like, I don't like vilifying women. So I'm like, I kind of have to like check out when I'm like feeling that I'm not like supporting women. But I do think there's a lot of strange holes in her story. But anyways, so at one point, Taylor Swift got involved because when Blake Lively rewrote a scene, she had Justin Baldoni come to her apartment, and apparently, allegedly, Taylor Swift was there when she went over the scene, and he felt kind of pressured to like it because Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift were there, like on Blake Lively's side. And then in the text messages, she brings up Taylor Swift again as like her support system. And that's that whole thing where she was like, I have my dragons. That like Game of Thrones reference that she made. That's so cringe. Taylor was one of the dragons in reference. So I guess Taylor Swift will have to testify at some point about that. I just think they both made bad decisions. I don't know. Like he had to close the company, the Wayfair production company already because of like financial issues like due to this. So I don't know. I would be very interested to see how this ends. I think it's like she bit off more than she could chew with like trying to take him down. And I don't think she like realized the repercussions. I have a similar opinion about like the Amber Heard trial, which again, like I think she was also like a victim of an abusive situation. And like when you're in a toxic situation with an abusive partner, you're going to end up being toxic too and abusive in certain ways. So I think they both had those things. But I think that she may have bit off more than she could chew, like coming for him.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because in the end, the world sided with him.
Even though she won in the UK for defamation.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was like the opposite in the US.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, last Monday was the first Monday in May.
Which means
it was what? The Met Gala.
I was going to say Met Monday. The Met Gala.
Monday. We are a little late.
We're late. And you know, we actually as a podcast decided like we didn't need to deeply cover this. It's kind of been beat to death.
Yes.
In the like
last week.
Yeah, in the last week in the content world. I do think it's funny now that information is so like available to people, like hearing people, non-fashion people discuss fashion things.
Yes, things that they literally know nothing about.
Yeah, and then I guess it comes back to that argument that it's like, oh, it's accessible and everyone can access it and whatever, and it's like blah, blah, blah. But I do think that there are like right and wrong facts and like opinions your opinion is not weighted as heavy as a fact. So like listening to certain people discuss certain things, I'm like, I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, specifically also with this year's theme, it was a little bit controversial with having some people talk about, it was super fine tailoring, black style, right?
Yeah.
And like people were trying to say what black style was and like, how would you know?
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know that.
Yeah.
But I did notice that there was a general theme of like people just didn't show up on theme.
I felt like in the grand scheme of Met Gala and people participating, people were more on theme than in previous years.
Yes, but I think that people of color were very on theme. I watched a lot of interviews. Okay, this is what pissed me off. It's a fashion night, right? And you chose to go with a specific designer, or they chose you, whatever it was, or your PR person got whatever they could get. The last thing that you need to do is go on the carpet and be like, I just let the designer cook. I'm going to need you to know a little bit about what the reference is and why you're wearing what you're wearing. Not everything needs to be deep.
No,
but
at least do like minimal research.
Something.
People were like very impressed with Gigi Hadid that she had done like a lot of research. So during her interview, she really like knew what she was talking about. I think Gigi Hadid is like one of those people that we should feel good that they're famous, because I think she's very mindful with her platform, and I've heard like only really good things about her. Like,
I think she is mindful.
Yeah, and like I think she treats people really well, and like she seems very nice. So people were saying like, yes, this is exactly what you do when you're invited to the Met. Like, do a little research.
Yeah, but then other people were saying how they felt like white people like took the back seat in order to like let people of color and like black celebrities and
I saw
and
that
things
discourse.
like that shine. But I don't know if that's, I don't know. I feel like that's like an afterthought. Like I feel like maybe that wasn't the point, and they just didn't know what to do, and then they were just like, that's what their PR turned to.
I think so. I saw that discourse as well. I think that a lot of white people may have taken the back seat a bit because I think they didn't want to be offensive.
I agree.
And like, I do think it was like more like treading lightly. Like there was probably one offensive look that I saw, which was,
who was it?
Amelia Gray in Valentino, which was the red look. And she was wearing like a do-rag.
Oh.
And like the bloomers.
Oh,
and
the bloomers.
The mess,
yeah.
The look was just a mess because not only was it like not on theme, but why are we wearing
giving pirate?
Like why are you wearing a do-rag?
But with a do-rag. Yeah. I don't know.
But I did see like black creators say like, yes, like let the black people have the best looks. You know?
I think it's fine, but I also think like at least try.
Yeah.
I think like put in a little bit of effort.
Joey
like,
King looked great.
I couldn't believe Hailey Bieber.
Oh, Hailey Bieber. Yeah, no, that was like stay home. Stay home like, for that. For that, stay home.
They ripped her apart. I hope, I don't know. I hope she hears all the things that people said.
100% she does. She's chronically online. She's chronically online. She responds all the time.
They said she needed to get her toes in her shoes. They were like, babe, did you have that in your suitcase and like just throw it on? Did you know you were coming?
That was bad.
I don't know. They said she looked like she was Rachel from HR or something.
No, that was bad. Joey King looked great. She was in that green suit that had like the embellishment all over it.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, I thought she looked great.
With like the patterned, it was like different patterned shirt tie combo. Yeah, I thought that was really beautiful. And it was on theme.
It was on theme.
I mean, the thing is like you could have gone so many ways with it. I was trying to think of like what I would have done. I feel like I would have done like the biggest suit known to man. You know what I did like? I liked Doja Cat's look.
I liked Doja Cat's look. She was giving
zoot suit, but
Grace Jones.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I liked Cardi B's. That was a very divisive look, but I thought she looked really great.
I liked Cardi B's too. And then the dilemma with the fact that Zendaya showed up in a white suit with this nice lady hat, and then someone else, I don't know who it was.
She's like an Asian actress.
Celebrity showed up in literally almost exactly the same look with the same nice lady hat.
I'm like so glad that a nice lady hat. I'm so glad that they got Law Roach's reaction to like seeing her in real
reaction
time.
On the red carpet, literally mid interview. He was like, he couldn't even finish his words because he was like, I'm dying that she has on Zendaya's look.
Yeah. And then he was like, thank God we got here.
He goes, thank God we came early.
That's bad. That's disrespectful. Because don't they like submit all the looks prior?
That's what they were talking about. They were talking about how Anna Wintour must have known.
She's a disrespectful racist,
which I can't
wait for her to get the out of there.
But it goes to show that like Zendaya should have come harder.
Yeah.
I thought it was very clean. It looked beautiful, whatever, but like groundbreaking with, I understand the reference.
She's pulled that look before.
And they were referencing, who was it? Somebody's look from a film, I believe. Mm-hmm. And it was very similar. But she should have came harder. I would have done like the biggest suit known to man.
My favorite look was
Like a
Iman
train.
Haman, which is the model that she was wearing the Margiela Christian
Bodysuit.
Louboutin collab, and she had
Yeah. I would have done the black shoes, the black tabby shoes. But my favorite was the actress from Bad Monkey, Jodie Turner-Smith. That hat just gave me life. And like the color, that burgundy color.
in Burberry.
In Burberry, that burgundy color with her skin tone and the way she was glowing and the silhouette and the fact that it was a pantsuit, but it was also like giving...
It had like a bustle train.
It was giving like a bustle. Yeah. It was giving Victorian. I don't know. I loved it. It was like ostrich skin or something. It was like full leather. It fit her beautifully. I was like, okay, this is theme.
Yeah. I think like for me, 90% of the people were like serving looks and they were on theme. I think this was like a really good, strong theme that they came with. And then otherwise, the other kind of like drama besides like someone wearing the same suit as Zendaya was this discourse that's around that Bollywood actor Shah Rukh Khan coming for the first time, and the internet's like literally trying to make an issue out of nothing. In my opinion, the girls interviewing him, Ego and Tiana Taylor, they did exactly what they needed to do. And then now apparently like the Southeast Asian community is like, he's the most famous man in the world. They didn't give him his flowers, blah, 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 all the time. Mind you, the person that dressed him, the designer that dressed him, so disrespectful, outright said like, he was so nasty to them in the interview. He's like, are you guys basically aware of who you're speaking to? This is the most famous man in the world. And I didn't put him in the theme of the night because he's so famous. I just like let him dress him, like be himself. Like, out of here.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
Like that. They were saying basically like, how do you come and represent your culture when the theme is literally to represent a different culture?
Yeah. And then people are like, it's kind of the opposite of representing Black culture. Like when this Bollywood star, Shah Rukh Khan, like he's done skin bleaching commercials in India because colorism is like a really prevalent issue over there as well. And if you like really look into him, he had a lot of scandals because he cheated on his wife with Priyanka Chopra, which is the reason why we have American actress Priyanka Chopra, because she got
exiled
in India for having an affair with this man. So
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Leave it to Drea. She knows all the deep cuts.
I don't know why Priyanka Chopra has always kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. I do think she has like a weird lavender marriage with Nick Jonas. I think that's like a weird pair.
Is she Deepak Chopra's daughter?
I don't think so.
No?
Okay. I don't know. She kind of like, maybe she gets a bad rap. But she kind of gives me the same vibe that Meghan Markle gives, where it's like, girl, just why are you like being so weird? Stop being weird. Just be normal.
Speaking of weird, Drea sent me the cover of Men's Fitness. And lo and behold, who was on the cover of Men's Fitness?
French Montana, which I fully did not recognize him when I saw it.
Honestly, I don't know. Listen, I didn't even look at the body. I looked at the face first and I was like, what is up with that expression?
Like someone came up and surprised him.
No.
Because why does he look like that?
You know what it looked like? It looks like his forehead is wrinkled, like his eyes are open wide, and you know that wrinkles your forehead, and then they erase the forehead wrinkles.
Yeah, he looks like a 2-year-old, like a little toddler that was just woken up from a nap. He's like, I fully didn't recognize him. And then the next thing I noticed, which is, why are we platforming men with liposuction abs on the cover of fitness magazines?
I don't know, but those are some big old pecs and they don't look like muscle.
No, he has the Drake body, which is like etched in liposuction. This darks me out so bad. I hate this. I hate everything about this.
I hate his face. Honestly, whatever etched bullshit he did, it looks terrible and it's stupid that he's on the cover, but the face is really what bothers me.
And he looks like a different person in every image. Too.
Yeah, there's like no consistency in the editing.
I don't know. Why is he still a thing?
Yeah, also like why are you on Men's Fitness?
Why are you on Men's Fitness? I feel like when people do those magazines, it's never like actually athletic people. But how far gone are you that you're like, yeah, on Men's Fitness when I look like that from doing that? Ugh.
Yeah, I think it's like this narrative of like getting slim. Everyone's doing it so unhealthy.
There's nothing sexy about that. Jesus!
So unhealthy.
Stop platforming men.
Another strange thing. Another strange thing on television. I sent this to Drea because I was like, oh, absolutely not. This is insane. There is now a Lifetime movie that is to be released about Honey Boo Boo Child.
So the trailer was released. It premieres officially on May 17th.
Oh, you know the date.
I know the date only because I think it's the same day as the baby shower.
Oh, yes.
And people
should stream it on at the baby shower.
We should stream it live at the baby shower. People are dragging the trailer because they're doing reenactments from the reality show. It's like, we could have just taken these clips. Her whole life has been documented.
It's true.
We didn't need reenactments.
We didn't need to relive these moments with an actor. We saw these moments exactly on television.
It must have been some weird thing with the contracts because
that they couldn't use like the reality, or they couldn't get the clearance.
Yeah, so it must be because that was always on TLC and then this is on Lifetime. So it must be two separate networks because they do have her like, they also do like interviews with her throughout the trailer where it's kind of like a true crime kind of situation. I don't know if her life would be considered true crime. Maybe. But well, I don't know. I feel like her story's ongoing too. Like,
yeah.
This isn't even the end of it.
Oh, and then which I didn't know because I wasn't very tuned into that.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that her mom stole all her money.
Yeah,
or
that
was spending all her money.
Yeah, that was a big thing. I think she had to like get emancipated from the mom, and she was actually being raised by one of the sisters because the mom got and I think she kind of denies it, but she had to go to rehab because she got really into drugs.
The mom?
Yeah. And then you can kind of see the mom's like descent into like addiction and stuff over the years. And then she had the mommy makeover and whatever. And she also was like, I think in a situation where the mom was picking like the stepdad over the kids. There was another thing where the mom was like with like a registered sex offender. Like it was a lot of things that it was just like not a safe environment for the girls. So one of the sisters ended up raising Honey Boo Boo like outside of the house. And I think she just recently passed away from cancer, the daughter that was like raising her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wasn't the mom giving her like Red Bull as a kid?
Yeah, but that was like a stage mom thing with like all of those little pageant girls. Yeah. If you ever watched
what was it called?
Toddlers
it was called
and Tiaras.
Like Go-Go Juice or something like that.
Yeah, they would call it Go-Go Juice. So it'd be like Pixie Sticks and like Red Bull and all this stuff to get them like going. I just saw like another little girl from like Toddlers and Tiara, like a clip went viral from that because she gives her coffee and Go-Go Juice and all this stuff.
I was just on a kid's job and the kid was like, oh, I'm so tired. And she was like, yesterday I was so tired, but at least I had coffee yesterday. The little girl was like 8 years old, which like, I get it. Like in countries, for example, like Spain and Colombia, kids have coffee. But like, this is a different reason why you're giving your kid coffee.
Yeah.
You're giving your kid coffee so that they could leave LA from a shoot at 9 p.m., get on a flight, land in Miami at 6, have a fitting, get to the hotel, perform the next day. It's
for nefarious reasons.
Yeah,
like
it's,
to
like,
kind
intense.
of just like capitalizing on them. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, what if my baby's so beautiful? I want the whole world to see it. No, I would never do that. I had already told my husband, I'm like, do not post my child's face on the internet. I'm like very big on like, I think that family bloggers are an abomination. Like if you use your child for content, they can't consent. I think it is literally deplorable.
Yeah, I do too. I think that the world is like too messed up to even be posting your kids' toes on the internet.
And then you hear these moms that they literally play into it. There's actually a docuseries that just came out too about a couple of these moms that they post things specifically for like
for that.
Oh no. And I'm like, any piece of can have a kid. It's really scary and sad. And like kids don't choose to be here.
It's sad. Yeah, it's sad that like the truth of it is like there's beautiful people in the world that physically cannot. And then there's like terrible people that can have 75 children.
Yeah. And like people that try so hard to like be able to have one. That's why anytime
With
I'm
the
like,
best intentions,
yeah, exactly. Anytime I'm like, want to complain about like being pregnant or like 2 out of 10 experience being pregnant for me, I'm like, oh, I've had a really easy pregnancy. I'm like really blessed, but I always have to think about people that would like literally do anything to like be able to have a kid.
Yeah.
Like have a healthy kid. And I'm like, don't complain. Don't complain. Even though like he wasn't like, we weren't trying, which I think that's another funny thing too. When people are like, were you trying? Like, no, we were just like,
yeah, we're just around. Yeah, and it's true. It's like people try for years.
People really try and they're on hormones and all that stuff. But it was like, it just happened for us. Like I honestly, like I wasn't paying attention to my ovulation and we're like, oh, well, I mean, I guess this
Here we are.
Yeah.
I guess that's how this happens.
Literally. And like, we're happy, but like, if it hadn't have happened then too, it would have been okay. Like, but we're excited. But yeah, there's people that literally try for years and years. So it's like I try to be like grateful and in the moment all the time, you know?
Yeah.
But it's not easy. Being pregnant is not for the weak.
Well, listen, our girl Riri is busting out her third baby.
Literally.
She debuted her baby bump at the Met
Gala
last Monday with what was she wearing? Margiela? No.
She was wearing Marc Jacobs.
Marc Jacobs, that's right. Mm-hmm. I mean, Marc Jacobs came hard.
Marc Jacobs is very good at doing theme.
Yes.
He gets it.
He's camp.
He is camp.
Yeah.
He gets it. He respects the art. I loved her look.
I loved it too. I think like she would have done something more extravagant if like she wasn't as pregnant.
I can't imagine how uncomfortable that felt.
My God. Being like in a baby bump corset.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. Sometimes just pants. I'm like, me sitting here right now, I'm like, I hate this. So I can't imagine like boning over a whole belly.
Yeah. I loved she had like different pinstripes, right?
Yeah, different layers, different pinstripes. Yeah. I wonder if they're trying for a girl.
Maybe.
I wonder how many kids? How many? I thought 2 was good. Yeah. 2 is like usually max for famous people. 3 is like
true. 3 is a crowd.
Yeah. They're like fully like doing this family thing.
They are. I always think about my friend. They have 2 kids. And I was like, oh, are you guys going to go for a third? They have a boy and a girl. So like, why would they? Whatever, you know? They're like, absolutely not. My friend was like, I just saw my sister-in-law get outnumbered. Like, because they had a third. And you don't think about that. Like, now there's more children than there are adults. Basically, you are being ruled by these kids. So like, no, I don't plan on getting outnumbered.
No, for me, like, I'm good with 1. Honestly, I always just wanted 1. And like, I do see the benefits like of them having a sibling, like of him having a sibling, like when we die, like he won't be alone. And like, I mean, he'll have cousins and all that stuff, but there's like nothing like having a sibling. But I'm like, when I look at these ladies that are like in those like crazy families where they have like 7 plus kids and all that stuff. I'm like being like sacrificing yourself, like everything you consume, everything you do, you have to think about. Like, I just can't imagine like these people that are just like constantly pregnant. Like my mom had 3 kids, like there's 3 of us. And I'm like,
yeah.
Did you do that?
Well, I also think that like outside of our generation, previous to us, people were having kids much younger, which made it a little bit easier. Like, I feel like when you're pregnant at like 22 is like different than being pregnant at 32. And like my mom had my brother at 23.
Yeah.
And then me at 25. And that's it. Boom, bam, bum, bing, bam, boom. She was done.
I know. No, my mom started at like 30 something.
Oh, your mom started later.
Yeah. And there's 3 of us.
That's wild.
No. Yeah. No.
It's like, how do you do that?
No.
I guess, you know, I always think about another friend of mine who had a kid. She was a teen mom. She had a kid at like 15. And she's always posting and poking fun at like, oh, all my friends have infants. My kids are adults and I'm on a cruise eating all the things that I want.
That's kind of like the move.
Yeah.
If you knew things were all going to be okay in life, it's kind of the move to have a kid really young.
Yeah. Like 15 done by 31. By
Literally.
30, you know, like.
No, I have a friend like that too. Like, I think she was probably like 16 or 17 when she had her first. And now I think she's a little older than me. I think her like oldest is like 16 or 17. And then she has another one that's like 12 or 13. I'm like, damn. And like, you're still in your early 30s. Like,
done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your kids are empty nester at early 30s.
yeah.
Sounds like a vibe.
I know. Well, that's not in the cards.
It's not
for
in
us,
the
my
cards
love.
for me.
for us, my love, it's not. We're gonna be geriatric parents.
Yeah, straight up. We'll be like, oh, is that your grandma? No, that's my mom.
Like this.
At least we'll be chic. I want to have like a chic white bob with the colored glasses.
Yeah, just go full white.
Yeah. All right, Diva Queens.
That was it.
That's all we had for you guys.
We
Oh,
did it.
you know what? I have an out.
What is your out?
I have
You have an innie and an out for the week?
I have an out. Just an out.
Straight up out.
All right. My out is not checking your Uber license plate before you get in the car or before you open the door. Somebody opened my door today.
That's happened to me. Of your car? That's happened to me.
Yes. That pissed me off so bad. And you know what? Actually, why I got so pissed off? Because I saw the girl coming and I'm like, she's not coming to open my door. I'm like, she's not coming. And I'm like, she's getting closer and she's getting closer. And I'm like, flustered trying to lock the door and I couldn't lock it in time. So I was so pissed at myself.
Yeah.
She opened the door and I'm like, It's like, you have the wrong car. She was like, oh, close the door, whatever. Know your cars,
That's
ladies.
like so unsafe. If you were
Know your cars. My car is a Cadillac. The car you were getting into is an Acura. Okay? Know your cars.
But you know what? Like, what if you were a sex pest?
Right.
You'd be like,
come on in. Come on in. Come on, right. Take a ride with me, baby.
Yeah, people need to be more aware of their surroundings.
Way more aware.
Because that's not safe. I've had a girl do that to me. Luckily, it was a girl too. I was like dropping my friend off. And usually I'm like automatically get in the car, lock the doors like immediately. Because I have like a horror story, like maybe for another time on the podcast about like not locking the doors from someone. So if you are a person, get in the car. The first thing you need to do is lock your doors. Like that's just safety. But I just dropped my friend off at a building and I was like, boop, 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 putting in my GPS. And then a girl like opens up the back seat because I didn't like lock it right away after my friend got out. And she's like, Uber. I'm like, no, this is not a Uber.
Yeah, I need to take into consideration, or I need to like think about having this setting on my car. But like when I put it in drive, the doors lock. Mm-hmm. And when I put in park, the doors unlock. Yeah. So I was parked. So it's like, if anyone's going to get in your car randomly, it's like when the car is not moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can switch it.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, I was parked and my doors were unlocked and I was so pissed at myself. And I was like, that's out.
That is out.
That's out.
That's out on all ends.
Even me now, I'm like, because it's happened to me a couple times. Because I guess like my car, a lot of people use it for.
Well, not only that, I think if you just have like, not to blow up your, but if you have a black, bigger like SUV type car.
Yeah, but even me, just like now calling Ubers, like I always check.
Always check.
Because I would hate to open somebody's door.
Not only that, but you need to be careful. Like
Yeah.
you need to be so careful. I try to avoid Ubers at all costs. I don't like strangers in general. I have like major stranger danger. I won't Airbnb, like none of that. No, I don't like that. And Ubers is like literally last case scenario for me. Like I do not, like a stranger, like no, picking you up. Even like when we have to go to the airport for something and like we Uber, I'm like, not this person knowing that we're going to the airport and like they know where we live now. Like
That's true.
I just think like that.
That's true because you're literally storefront, not storefront, but house front.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like for me, it's different because I just come down from the building. And
Yeah, like they don't
nobody
exactly
know where I live. Yeah. All right, ladies and guys and girls, gays and gals.
She, hey, gays, and they. Thank you for tuning in. We love you guys. You can submit your topics or questions to It's Not That Serious This Week at Gmail. You can follow us on all platforms. It's Not That Serious the Pod on TikTok and Instagram. You can follow me at Drea the Angel on all platforms.
And you can follow me at Lina Gosh on all platforms.
We love you guys. And remember,
it's not that serious.